to the second session German workshop. We have following flair. My name is Ortwin. I'm more or less the commentator for the whole workshop, and we do it only in English because we are a very small group. And we have Max as the ski instructor, and we have Joram as our student, and we will do it in the following way. Max will, as a ski instructor, will give telemark class to Joram, and we will watch it, so we see all the exercises, and I will comment on the background and so on. So we always see a telemark class, and I give the comments and the background. This is how we want to work. We did it already in the morning in this way. We present in this workshop, we will present two manuals, two teaching manuals. On the one hand, we have a new manual in Germany for kids and young people. And in this new manual we have all four disciplines in. We have alpine, we have snowboard, we have Nordic, and we have telemarking. And we want to introduce this. On the other hand, we also want to introduce our telemark manual. They are linked to each other. To give a very short overview, in our kids manual we work on 4 levels. It's the green level, the very beginner. It's the blue level, beginner. It's the red level, advanced, and it's black, expert. This is how we work in the kids manual. In our telemark manual, we only work up from blue. We do not have the green. So this means now we start with green, more with a perspective to kids, and then we go through all levels. And at the end, we will end up with the black level, and there we have more focus on technical topics, so this is a little bit less kids orientated. But the whole workshop is held by Max, he's the instructor, is Joram, and we come to that. As introduction, now we have the level here that most of our students, kids or adults, they are experienced in snow sports. Most of them coming out from alpine. So what we do not now is to show all the very first things how to learn somebody skiing. If we need this, we use the systematic of alpine. So his level is, he's able to ski, and now he learns telemark.
He can do parallel turns on an alpine ski.
Yeah, he can do parallel turns on alpine ski. This is his level.
Yeah.
It's better, but sometimes, because when you take a look to boys and girls with 11, 12, they are that high, so they can use the small shoes, lady shoes. And what we learned then, they are also able with the power to have the step position. When they are smaller, it's mostly very difficult. So for us, this is the beginning. To be very honest, we do not have that much kids in the classes, but we have it. And so this is more or less, and his age, he is 12.
12, yeah.
So this is more or less this age.
Okay.
Okay. The equipment and the very first exercise, Max is throwing down his ski as an alpine skier. He has DNTN, no problem. Maybe you know this. If an alpine skier takes his telemark ski and slows them in the snow, this happens. We have to teach this to people, because the alpine skier always do this.
Yeah, but that's a good thought.
The ski is gone. So this is the very first.
Especially if it's like going like that.
Yeah, right. And then it's away. So the first level is get in touch with the material, and how he starts. We work from the very beginning when we talk about telemark with the step position. This is our philosophy, that we introduce step position from the very beginning. So we do not start too long with alpine. We use alpine later, but also in the first steps we start with give them experience in step positions, and we try to find pictures out of his life experience, what they do in games or whatever, what other sports and so on. But for example, what you can see now, always step position. This is what we start to introduce from the beginning. And for example, next exercise, it's how do we call this? It's not fighting. What's that?
Yeah, well, it's kind of fighting with the stick.
with
You
sticks.
should hit the boot, isn't it?
Yeah. No, only the.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, and you see always step position.
Fencing.
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 Weightlifting. Always pictures out of other sports and
Yeah,
so on.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
really good.
Easier.
He's really good.
Or starting position
Oh, yeah,
for
right.
sprints.
Yeah.
And why we do this in different exercises, we can use it at the slope later. Remember, what do you do when you start your sprint in school? This, and then you
Yeah.
have always the same position.
What about, do you just use it in children's ski school or
No, also with adults.
with adults?
Maybe not in this way how you use it with kids, but to explain it. And we also use this weightlifter exercise. We do this very often also with adults, because everybody has a picture in mind what is a weightlifter doing when he makes this.
See
Yeah.
that on TV.
You see it on TV
Yeah,
and so on. Also, everybody has the experience. Ready, steady, go. Everybody did this in school, so you have a picture you can work with. And then step in, show how to step in, and all these things. So this is still our green level, very beginner.
Yeah.
Get in touch with the material and get to know step position. And this is also important with adults, so it's not different. Only the methodology and how you introduce it is different. And for us, important in kids, in our kids manual is to give them different experience. We do not only make learning by model. We do this. It's important, but make your own experience. Try it. What was your experience? What can you learn out of other sports and so on. And also out of the what you do every day, make steps and walk forward, backward, and so on. And as you can see here, again, I repeat myself. For us, it's important to ensure or to secure the step position that they have it from the very, very beginning. And now we in green first runs, first short runs with a flat ski and change the step position. Okay. Leg flap. So this is the end of the green level. So the green level is only go straight with change step position. And now we come to blue level.
Okay.
The blue level. So now we go in the traverse.
Okay.
Because now we have the first, let's say, problem. It's easy to do it with a flat ski. Now you have the edged ski. And the step position with an edged ski is difficult, so this is the reason for the first the exercises. But again, this is an important step. This is the reason now we are in blue, because now we prepare the first turns. And without edging, no turns. Clear? So we make the traverse now with different exercises, and this is also our philosophy, not only telemarking, from the very beginning, broad experience with different exercises, with different things, not only the one thing, now traverse, okay, done, next step. Different experiences.
So is he understanding how to stop already?
No?
No.
No,
Okay.
only traverse,
Just go.
turn, go back.
Yeah. Okay.
But, again, I repeat myself, he's able to do alpine turns.
Yeah. Yes.
So
Yeah.
this will be then the next step.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is exactly what you asked before. Now we come to the next step. Do an alpine turn and finish in telemark. Because he learned traverse in telemark. Now we can do it in turns because we want them, not only the kids, also the adults, that they are able to do parallel turns. Then they can ski not everywhere, but in a lot of slopes. And this is the reason why we do this at this step. And here, what I said before, this is the link between the kids manual and the telemark manual. In the telemark manual, we have what we call the 8-step plan or 8-point plan. And in this 8-point plan, we have also step position, we have traverse with step position, and we have parallel turns and with parallel turns and with telemark. And I guess it's clear what we try is to shorten the parallel phase and lengthen the telemark phase. And this is what he's doing right now. Still short parallel phase, and then he goes into the telemark. What is the, only for you as a remark, we still, in this phase, we still have change of the edges. It's still in parallel. Because this will be a new problem later. This is what we're doing down there. Come to the next step, change of the edges, this step change. Let's key down to max end. Now we come to this, let's say, problem. Changes the edges combined with the change of the step, the movement of the leg. And he starts here with this exercise first in parallel. And then he do the same with the step change. And now we see, now edges changes combined with the step change. And this is a very, for our perspective, a very important phase. Why? To explain it a little bit. So this, what we have to do in this phase is now, we have to do a big movement because the movement of our legs. This is one of the biggest movement we can do with our body. And we have to combine this big movement with a very small movement, change of edges, small movement of my body. And this is always difficult in sports, not only in skiing. If you take a tennis player, he has a big movement, and he has to combine it with a small movement in his hand. And a very, very good tennis player, he is able to do this and make a little bit here. And as a beginner, I can only do this. And this is the reason why we have to take care that this, we help our students to learn.
Eri mieltä siihen, että kun ekoja käännöksiä tehdään, niin ei siinä paljon tarvitse kallistella vielä, kun ei sen uskalla yhtään mennä käännöksiin sisälle. Päinvastoin, jos rupeaa kallistelemaan, niin se jää sisäsuksessa kaikki vain. Se, että se lähdetään
Mäkin katsoisin ennenkin, että on tasapainotelua.
Jos ajatellaan näin loivisolosuhteissa, niin ethän se voi niinku vetää sisälle.
What are we doing that our students learn first turns? We put some things in the snow, bubbles, poles, whatever, and ask him, please, go close to the fall line and make very, very small turns. Because this is what we did in this exercise, and now he's doing here very small turns. It's only an example, you also can start with poles. Okay. So do not misunderstand that. It's not an absolutely
Toi on kyllä mun mielestä perseestä.
one exercise after the other is right. More turns, not close to the fall line, a little bit more.
Nämä on niin tällainen tarkkoja, mutta tämä on niin hajutonta ja mautonta tää näiden esittäminen. Tämä on tällaista helvetin tarkkaa. Se on just sitä, mitä se tuolla maassa on.
Niin, tosta voisi poimia vaikka marjoja.
Kyllä, kyllä. Kun just se, että jos me ajatellaan, että meille tulee oppilas, niin sen ongelma on nimenomaan siellä jaloissa. Nyt sitä ei niinku painoteta nyt niinku ollenkaan.
So again, this means now we are, up from now he's a telemarker. Because he's able to do very easy telemark turns in a flat area, but now he can say, now I'm a telemarker, I do not need. We made the experience that people are able to do the first turns, then they want the slope gets steeper, and at most this happens. Then they do the turn, and at the end it happens this, it's overturning.
Yeah.
Because mostly when they are in a lower level, they use their upper body and they are not able to stop the upper body. And this is the reason why in our 8-step plan we have this exercise in where we say stabilize the upper body. This is one example for an exercise. So what we do now is only examples for exercises. I guess you know also different exercises, but in our steps now we are still in the blue level, but we say stabilize upper body.
Yeah.
And here some examples for this.
Carrying the beer case.
Yeah, carrying beer case, use a tablet. I guess these are the same exercise. Coming to the next thing, it's also, we're still in the 8-step plan in the blue. We have to teach them that they put weight, warte noch schnell, put weight on the inner ski. And this is ski like a king. And the king always is proud and puts up his upper body. And this is one example. But again, only to explain it, why? If I have my body in this position, I have weight here. If I have it in this position, I have too much weight here. This is the reason for this small little exercise. You can also do it. Come with me. I'm the king and you are the queen. And we ski together. The same exercise like this. Very proud. We walk into our very proud. You know Mike Tyson turn is. If Mike Tyson hits you in the stomach, what are you doing? Oh! It's pressure.
Yeah.
This also stabilizes your
I
upper
was
body.
thinking about John Travolta. That is my thing, but yeah. Toisaalta siis voisi olla näin, mutta sitten vaan pitää laskea sen
I like to see the other
Explain the
way.
Mike Tyson right now.
Bist gespannt?
Can
you please hit him?
I understand.
Hit him!
Yeah,
hard! Bang!
Bei mir auch einmal probieren.
Mike Tyson.
Hard!
For everybody, very important. We learned this from her. 2003 in Grand Montana. She introduced this turn. And we still use it. Thank you.
No worries, I once showed to my friend that think like somebody punched you in the stomach, and I was kind of showing, but her stomach was a little bit closer and I actually...
Ends now with the blue level, and in German we say Telemark Grundtechnik. In English, let's say
Did you say grün?
Grundtechnik, basic technique or basic turns, whatever. I guess we have more or less the same wording everywhere. In German, Grundtechnik. For us, it's important. It's not a norm. You have to do it exactly in the same way. For us, it's important. Like also the Swiss guy told us yesterday, if you are able to ski fluent telemark turns, then we are fine. This is our basic technique. If there's more rotation in or less, more edging or less, doesn't matter. This is the basic turn. And with this we end. This is the end of our blue level
Technique.
Yeah. With that kind of turns you can manage quite a lot of places already.
And for the picture in your mind, green was down there. We started with blue and we finish with blue here. We come up now to the red level. And red level is advanced, red slopes, and for ski in different areas we need more variety in our telemark. Some of you maybe already know our system we use in the red level. I make a turn that it's easier. Our system in the red level we call controller system. And as a picture, you know a DJ, and a DJ he uses an equalizer. He has different controllers on this equalizer board, and there's a song, and it's loud or not so loud, and bass and all these things. What he's doing here right now, and you can do the step change very quick. Now he's doing the step change very quick. Slow. Slow. I guess everybody saw it, that he made this change. And this is an example, this is our idea. For example, for this controller step change. On the one hand, it's very fast. On the other side, it's very slow. And then we can give hints to our students. Make it slower, make it faster. We do not have everybody doing the same, because for us it's very important, everybody should have his own style. But if I want to give feedback to somebody, and if I want to improve somebody, I need a system, because I have to give feedback to him. And then for example, for step regulation, we have one controller, fast, slow. We have a second controller, we do not show this. Big, small. And this is not right or wrong. These are only possibilities, because sometimes we need, for example, a little bit bigger, like smaller, or if we are in a very steep slope, icy, we make a faster change. If we have a slope like down there, I can use a slow. And we want to give a variety of movements to our students, and therefore we use this controller system. And here, example, or controller 1, step regulation with two controllers, fast, slow, and big, small. Let's go. Slow, forward, backward, fast, slow, forward, backward. Take a look to your arm.
Yeah, it's like weight shifting.
Slow. Now he leans forward. Forward. Backward. Fast. Slow. Great. What he did now, he combined two controllers. As I said, more or less on the top. Controller 1 is step regulation. Fast, slow, big, small. Controller 2 is center of gravity. And we can, in our system, we can move our center of gravity in 3 dimensions or directions. Forward, backward, down, up, and sideward. This is our second controller. First step regulation, second center of gravity. So, here we can again use it as a DJ. Show our students what happens if my controller forward is too forward. This happens. If I put my controller backward this way, it's difficult to make a turn. So he get an impression, oh, I have to put this controller more in the middle. If I ski outside, very heavy snow, I would put my controller forward, backward, a little bit backward, because my skis dive into the snow. So I can give feedback to the students how to use their controllers. But before, we have to introduce them, the controllers, and give examples for it. And we only give examples here. You could have with an advanced telemarker, you could have a weekend class only using the controller system in different slopes and different surroundings and so on, and then he get a real impression what he's doing, and then it's easy for me to feedback him.
Or he can feel it himself already.
Yeah. What do you think? What's the name of this controller?
Edge control.
Your etching at the end. Yeah. He wants to show him now etching with actions out of the foot. And this is what we call foot-orientated etching. So this controller is now at the foot-orientated. And then we will have the opposite, is the whole body. So etching is also a controller. And so we work, this is the whole body, and this is the foot. In between is hip-orientated, you put the hip to the center of the turn. This is how he works. Now he jumps, also foot-orientated etching. Now we see the whole body-orientated etching. Airplane is the exercise or whatever. And now you see the exact difference between foot-orientated etching and here is the whole body-orientated etching. So this is our third controller. Step regulation, center of gravity, etching. We miss one in our system. This is the next one. It's turning with body and all these stuff. This is what we will see.
Ja. Und das andere wäre dann, dass der Körper, die Oberkörper immer frei aber das machen wir jetzt. Bis es gleich hochfahren. Ja, also
warte schnell.
Voll mitdrehen und jetzt die Kurven und dann komme ich.
Now we are in the fourth controller.
Dann stehe ich.
Fourth controller turning. And we will see how he makes his turns. It's absolutely clear, I guess. Upper body before the skis. And so maybe it's the best we make sliding because he's better than us in demonstrating.
Oh yeah.
Sit, look at this exercise, look through a window. And we do not want to have the upper body is turning, we only want to have the leg, foot and leg making the turn. Exercise is window. Look through a window. And now we see the opposite, what Joram is showing us, not with the upper body, is only doing turns with the leg.
Yeah.
Okay. This is our fourth controller called turning. What they are doing now, we do not only make exercises or use what we learned, and in this case, for example, short turns. And in short turns, as you everybody know, you have to keep your body in the same direction and not turn with your upper body. So this is the next exercise, or how to use this terms as how to use what we learned.
You should have him in the mini demo team. It's perfect. Look at that guy going.
Okay. This is the end of the red area. Now we have our controller system with 4 main controllers: step regulation, center of gravity, etching and turning. And this is what we train our students to use the equalizer. Now you are able to ski in a lot of areas, steeper slopes, also
Bumps,
a little bit in
powder.
little bit powder and all these things. For example, if I go in powder, I use controller forward, backward, a little bit backward, as an example. Or if I go in a steep, icy slope for short turns, I use the controller turning, upper body, I use the controller etching, for example, things like this. If I go into the moguls, I use the controller step regulation, not too big, and things like this. This is how we use it then in practice. First is, I have my step position and I wanted to make a turn. And now we say, first criterion, you have to put weight as early as possible on this new ski here, and you have to change the edge as early as possible. This is one of our key criteria. Why? We learned when you go with a very good telemarker in a difficult slope, mostly they miss one of these criteria. And if they miss one, they are not an expert. Not by definition, then it does not work. And we found out these 4 criteria for us. First one, change the edge as early as possible and put weight as early. Because if I put weight on it, then my ski makes a turn. He makes an exercise with one stable leg. So he goes in this way forward and another turn backward. So I will get the feeling, if I go forward, the turn is easy. If I go backward, it's difficult to make a turn. We will see it when they do it. Step forward, and now the same leg goes backward. No, he makes them both forward. Okay, so this was forward. Forward, turn. Now in the air, later in the snow. He only goes forward. Okay, he only made forward. The second part of this is, if you want to put weight on this and make the turn, you have to bring your hip a little bit forward. If you put your hip here and make a change, you ski out this way. You have to go a little bit forward. And this is what he makes with the support of this poles. The hip goes forward. The hip goes forward. You see it?
Yeah.
And we call this hip over the tip. Because I have to put my hip over the tip. And when I'm doing this, then the ski is doing the turn. Put. So again, first key criterion, change the edge as early as possible and put weight on this as early as possible. Then I can steer the ski. This is what I want. Second criterion is when I'm in the steering phase, we have to put weight on the inner ski. And we have to edge the inner ski. Max! Langsamer, wir kommen nicht mit. To explain it, why this is important for us. In Telemark we have a ski from here to here, 2 meters 10 or whatever. My ski is 180, so I have to put my weight in the middle. And all the alpine skiers, they learned outer ski. And when they still have the outer ski, their weight is forward. This is the reason why we say put weight on the inner ski and edge the inner ski. Then we have our center of gravity right in the middle. So this is the second key criterion. Put weight on the inner ski and edge the inner ski. Let's key to them. Everybody knows Michael Jackson. He makes the moonwalk because he moves backwards and it seems like he's forward. And what he's doing right now, he's making steps backwards, but he skis forward. We want to give him a feeling to put weight on the inner ski. This is the exercise we call moonwalk. Inner ski, you see? You go backwards and put weight on, because we want them that they learn not the outer ski is important, also the inner ski. And this moonwalk, you can try it. Exercise for this inner ski. Lift the outer ski. Take it up to max. Lift the outer ski. Oh, we are still in the criterion 2. Put weight and edge the inner ski. And that there's no misunderstanding. We are on the highest level now. We have very difficult exercises now. And Joram is a perfect example, but not an example for kids, because I guess you agree we will find less kids with disabilities of telemarketing. So he's now our model also in the black level. That there's no misunderstanding. We do not work with kids mostly in this level. He's able to do most of the exercises, that's the reason why we do it. But we are in black. Again, and so this is the link to the whole steps we did. We already talked about stabilize your upper body. Because sometimes what we did down there with the smaller turns, put the upper body to the belly, and here the exercise for this, to stabilize it, we call this the James Dean exercise. Joram is too young to know James Dean, but I guess when I take a look to all of us, we all know James Dean. And you have the picture in mind, because it was the picture of a film. And this was his gun, right?
Yeah.
Jesus, let's do the James Dean. Also stabilize upper body. Josef da hinten. Also a very old picture from the last century.
Right to the backward, yes, very good skill. Tää on niinku nyt taas mennään, mutta nyt me ollaan korkealla tasolla, nyt selkävää aivan täysin.
Yeah.
And now we are in the third key criteria called stable step position. Because we do this with a stretch, if you have a step position criteria depends to each other. For example, if my step position is too big, I'm not able to put weight on the inner ski and to edge them. This is the reason we have to teach our students stable position, because what we learned, a lot of our students, if they go down, they open the step. And this is what you have to teach. You can go down, but you should not open the step. And a lot of people like this, they come, and then it's big step, and this happens.
Yeah.
And this is the reason for this fourth key criterion. And for example, if you go in moguls, a lot of people have problems with this because they have to go up and down, and then the step goes is too wide, and then they are not able to ski in the moguls. So as a summary for the key criteria, we have four. First, change the edge and put weight as early as possible before the turn. Change the edge and put weight on it before the turn. Second, the steering phase, put weight on the inner ski and edge the inner ski. Third, stable upper body, or if it's steep and you make short turns, you have to change your movement, and otherwise if you ski down there, you can go with your upper body. And fourth, stable step position, step regulation, not too broad. You also, what we often use is, imagine there's a rubber band, and you open your step against this resistance of the rubber band. And then they do it, because sometimes they lose power in their muscles and they make push, and then position is too wide. If I say to them, there's a rubber band in between, against the resistance, there's a high pressure in the muscles, then it's not too wide. So these are the four key criterion in the black level. Let's have a few two short other exercises, and then we go slope style exercises, switch or waltz. We also have it in our manual, also the telemark manual, also in the kids manual, some ideas for slope style. Here we use the waltz. switch, or whatever. Depends on your experience.
But what about curbing?
Yeah. By using our key criteria, we also do carve.
Yoo-hoo!
We have it in the manual. Our manual ends not with the criteria. Then we have examples of how to use. There is steepenizing slopes, there is competition racing.
Jeez.
Let's have a short look.
Johonkin pitää pystyä sanoa,
Short look to our telemark manual.
Niin pyritään. Ei se voi kaikki olla vaan sitä, että...
You can see here, I do not show the green level now. Here we have the 3 levels. This is the father of Johan, height, for example. This is the systematic, and then we have the first, the 8-point plan. This is what we do at the very beginning. For example, change the edge and so on. These are 8 steps. Coming to the telemark basic technique. Then we have the controller system. And you can see here very clear, I guess.
Yeah.
We have the 4 colors, 4 controllers with sub-controllers. And at the end, we have this 4 key criteria. This is the key, and with these 4.
Yeah.
And this is what I meant with
And when there you can see. We kind of have just...
Look at this, and there are now steep, free ride, soft snow, moguls, carve. We have here in a little bit air and style.
Yeah.
The dolphin we saw before, and we have racing.
Yeah. It's a really good book.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Looks good.
And then
Nice
we have,
pictures too.
Yeah. Clear pictures. Yeah.
Yeah. So
good.
Max, Chris, and me
Have done it.
worked together and put some pictures together and said, "This is our book."
It's really
That's
good.
good.
It's really good.
Okay, to the end. First of all, thank you very much to Max, our instructor.
Oh, excellent.
Thank you.
And
Max.
very important, clap your hands for Joran.
Oh,
Thank you.
And last information. Hello to Canada telemarketers. It was a pleasure for me to meet some telemarketers in Canada. My name is Otwin Feile from Germany. I'm right up in the south of Germany, a city called Ulm, in between Stuttgart and Munich. We did a workshop together, and I'm looking forward to participating in the Canadian workshop. See you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.